Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is Aditi Lumba with the evening news. The headlines. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approves extension of applicability of new investment policy NIP 2012 for 3 units of Hindustan Urvarak and Rasayan Limited. Parliamentary panel recommends government to extend subsidy component to a minimum of 4 LPG cylinders per annum to beneficiaries of Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana. Ministry of Civil Aviation and FICCI to jointly organize Asia's largest event on civil aviation, Wings India 2022, from 24th to 27th of this month at Begumpet Airport, Hyderabad. BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami to take oath as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand in Dehradun tomorrow. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett to pay 3-day visit to India from 3rd of April. Over 181 crore 56 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. Prime Minister to inaugurate Biplobi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata on Shaheed Divas tomorrow. And India's ace shuttler Lakshya Sen enters top 10 of World Badminton Federation rankings in men's singles. As we start the bulletin, we appeal to our listeners to stay safe from COVID-19 by following these 4 simple steps. Get fully vaccinated, wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki doori for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved an extension of applicability of new investment policy NIP 2012 for the 3 units of Hindustan Urvarak and Rasayan Limited HURL in Gorakhpur, Sindri and Barauni. Our correspondent reports that HURL is a joint venture company by Coal India Limited, NTPC and Indian Oil Corporation. These 3 facilities integrate the world's best technologies, aiming to meet the demand for urea in 7 states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal and Odisha. The company is reviving the erstwhile Gorakhpur and Sindri units of Fertilizer Corporation of India Limited and Barauni unit of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation Limited by setting up new gas-based urea plants with the installed capacity of 12.7 lakh metric ton per annum each. A parliamentary panel recommended that the government should extend the subsidy component to a minimum of 4 LPG cylinders per annum to the beneficiaries of Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana or PMUY. The panel has felt that this decision, if taken, will reduce the burden upon poorer sections of the society. The Standing Committee on Petroleum and Natural Gas, headed by Ramesh Biduri of the BJP, today tabled its report on demands for grants of the ministry in the Parliament. The committee noted that the national per capita consumption of domestic LPG in the year 2020-21 was 6.2 cylinders and average refill consumption of PMUY beneficiaries for the same year was 4.39 cylinders of 14.2 kilograms.
A total of 152.90 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity has been installed in the country so far. Minister of New and Renewable Energy and Power, R.K. Singh, said in a written reply in Rajya Sabha that during 2020-21, a total of 10,786.22 megawatts of renewable energy capacity has been added in the country. He said the ministry is committed to achieving 500 gigawatt of installed energy capacity from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. The government today said a total of 9,04,601 cybercrime incidents have been registered up to the 28th of February this year at the Cybercrime Reporting Portal. In a written reply in Lok Sabha, the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Ajay Kumar Mishra, said that the number of cybercrimes against women were on the rise and the government has taken several steps to increase awareness about the Cybercrime Reporting Portal and the toll-free helpline for women. He said all states and union territories have also been asked to carry out publicity of the toll-free helpline number and the portal to create mass awareness.
Now, here is a review of proceedings in Parliament today. First from Rajya Sabha. The writer is Rajesh Ahuja of UNI. In Rajya Sabha today, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman moved the Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Bill and Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Number 2 Bill for consideration and return. Initiating the discussion on the bills, Vivek Tankha of Congress said that in the last over 5 years, Jammu and Kashmir has been either under governor's rule or president's rule. There is no assembly to discuss the budget proposals for Jammu and Kashmir. Anil Jain of the BJP said there was a need to restore faith in the state, which is what the Narendra Modi government has tried to do in the last 3 years. He said the abrogation of Article 370 is in a way realization of the vision of the late Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, who was for a single system and constitution for the entire country. Mohammad Nadimul Haq of Trinamool Congress alleged that under the governor's rule, Jammu and Kashmir has transformed into a police state. This evoked uproar from members of the Treasury benches. Sudhanshu Trivedi of BJP said the unemployment rate has come down from 20% in 2016 to 16% at present in Jammu and Kashmir. He said Jammu and Kashmir has become an open defecation-free state. G. Kishan Reddy of the BJP said there has been a growth in the tourism sector after abrogation of Article 370. Tourism has received a boost after abrogation of Article 370, he said. He said that tourist inflow has increased by 3 times since 2019. Ram Gopal Yadav of the Samajwadi Party said the present government cannot escape responsibility for rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits. Binoy Bishwam of CPI said there is a need to restore faith in Jammu and Kashmir. V. Sivadasan of the CPIM, Priyanka Chaturvedi of Shiv Sena, Fauzia Khan of NCP, Rajni Patil of Congress, Ramnath Thakur of JDU, M. Thambidurai of AIADMK are also participating in the debate. Earlier proceedings in Rajya Sabha began with Chairman M. Venkaiah Raidu making a reference on the occasion of World Water Day. He said this year the UN theme of World Water Day is groundwater. Sustenance of life depends on groundwater. Mr. Naidu also made a reference to the China Eastern Airlines crash yesterday. He said the House conveys India's stand of solidarity with them in their hour of grief. Later, the House observed silence as a mark of respect to those who died in China air crash. The chairman said he has received notices under relevant rules from various opposition members against the hike in prices of petrol and LPG. However, they have been disallowed, he said. This led to protests by opposition members who trooped in the well of the House. The chairman appealed to members to allow the 0 hour to proceed. When the protest continued, he warned that the protesting members would be named in the House bulletin. Thereafter, he adjourned the House till noon. When the House reassembled, the opposition members again entered the well of the House and raised slogans protesting the rise in the fuel prices. Amid the protests, Deputy Chairman Harivansh took up the question hour. However, nothing could be heard in the din due to opposition's protests. He adjourned the House till 2 p.m. following continued protests. When the House reassembled at 2 p.m., the Deputy Chairman called for taking up Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Bill and Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Number 2 Bill.
And now a review of the proceedings in Lok Sabha. Writer is Kumar Rakesh of PTI. Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari said in Lok Sabha today, rapid strides in technology and green fuel will reduce the cost of electric automobiles, bringing them at par with petrol-run vehicles in the next 2 years. Replying to a discussion on the demands for grants for Road Transport and Highways Ministry 2022-23, Gadkari emphasized the need to shift to cost-effective indigenous fuel and hope that this will be a reality soon. He said this will bring the pollution levels down and improve the overall situation in Delhi. Urging the members to adopt hydrogen technologies for transport, Gadkari asked them to take initiative in their respective districts for converting sewage water to produce green hydrogen. Hydrogen will soon be the cheapest fuel alternative, he said. Within a maximum of 2 years, the cost of electric scooter, car, auto rickshaw will be same as petrol-driven scooter, car or auto rickshaw. Prices of lithium-ion battery are coming down and India is developing this chemistry of zinc-ion, aluminium-ion, sodium-ion batteries, said Mr. Gadkari. If on petrol you are spending 100 rupees, then on electric vehicle you will be spending 10 rupees, he said. Mr. Gadkari said road projects worth 62,000 crore rupees have been undertaken in the national capital to ease traffic congestions and tackle the problem of pollution. The minister further said it is his endeavour to make the road infrastructure in India at par with the United States by 2040. Highlighting the improvement in highway connectivity and road infrastructure, Gadkari said it now takes only 40 minutes to travel to Meerut from Delhi as against 4 hours earlier. He said connectivity between Delhi to Mumbai will be improved such that the travel time is reduced to 12 hours and added that this will be completed within this year. Before the end of this year, the ministry will work to ensure that from Srinagar you are able to reach Mumbai in 20 hours, the minister said. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said the opposition parties have been claiming that the prices of diesel and petrol would increase after the election process. Members from the Congress, TMC, NCP, DMK and Left parties raised slogans from their seats against the fuel price hike and demanded a rollback. Initiating a discussion in Lok Sabha on the demand for grants of the Civil Aviation Ministry, Congress member Ravneet Singh Bitto said only 405 routes out of 948 awarded by the Airports Authority of India since October 2016 were operational as on December 2021. Trinamool member Mahua Moitra also questioned the lower allocation for the Udan scheme. DMK members S.R. Pratibhan wondered how the Udan scheme would succeed when private airline operators were looking for profitable routes. BJP member Mahesh Sharma criticized the previous Congress governments for taking over Air India from Tata Sons in 1953 and later pushing the airline into heavy debts by ordering 111 aircraft. He lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi for taking the initiative for the sale of Air India. BJP member Rajiv Pratap Ruri made a strong case for developing 30 to 40 greenfield airports in the country to cater to the requirement of ever-increasing number of the passengers. He said that upgrading existing airports and using defence enclaves for civil aviation is not the future. Former Civil Aviation Minister Ruri said the capacity of existing airports or brownfield airports cannot be increased beyond a point even after incurring huge expenditure. He asked the government to expedite development of a new airport at Patna and focus on developing 25, 30 or 40 greenfield airports in the country. Ruri said the first revolution in the civilian aviation sector was started by the father of current Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, Madhav Rao Scindia, who opened the sector by allowing private airlines. Thereafter, low-cost airlines revolutionized the sector in 2003 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was Prime Minister, he said. Sangeeta Azad or BSP urged the government to expedite the development of an airport at Azamgarh. Sunil Tatkare of NCP said the government should expand Pune Airport to enable landing of large aircraft. Dushyant Singh of BJP said the government should modernize the airports to meet the requirement of increasing number of passengers. S.T. Hassan of Samajwadi Party demanded that an international airport be set up in Moradabad to encourage exports. Among other, MP Abdul Samad Samadani of IUML and Hasnain Masoodi of National Conference also participated in the debate. The discussion was continuing till the writing of the script. That's all in Parliament Review. Justin, the Union Cabinet has approved a bill for the unification of Delhi's 3 municipal corporations into one municipal corporation. Sources said that the bill is expected to be tabled in the ongoing budget session of Parliament. After unification of 3 corporations, Delhi will have 1 mayor in place of existing 3 mayors. The erstwhile Delhi Municipal Corporation was trifurcated into 3 municipal corporations: South Delhi Municipal Corporation SDMC, North Delhi Municipal Corporation NDMC and East Delhi Municipal Corporation EDMC in the year 2012. North and South Municipal Corporations currently comprise 107 wards each, while East Delhi Municipal Corporation has 64 wards.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग हेतु संपर्क करें 870001 4242 पर
8700014242।
Welcome back to the evening news on All India Radio. The Ministry of Civil Aviation and FICCI will jointly organize Asia's largest event on civil aviation, Wings India 2022, from the 24th to the 27th of this month at Begumpet Airport, Hyderabad. The theme of the event is India at 75, New Horizon for Aviation Industry. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia will be formally inaugurating the event on the 25th of March. In his message, Mr. Scindia said this event epitomizes government's commitment to transform India into the world's top civil aviation hub. He expressed confidence that the forum would serve to synchronize policy formation with concerns of the stakeholders in the civil aviation sector. On the 25th of March, Wings India Awards will be conferred upon the aviation-related companies, institutions and organizations. BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami will take oath as the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand in Dehradun tomorrow afternoon. Giving this information, BJP State Media in charge Manveer Singh Chauhan said Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other central leaders will be present at the swearing-in ceremony. Preparations are underway for the grand oath-taking ceremony.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister designate Yogi Adityanath today tendered his resignation from the State Legislative Council days after he was elected as an MLA from Gorakhpur. He is expected to take oath as the Chief Minister of the state for the second time on the 25th of March. The BJP state unit has decided to invite at least 2 party workers from village-level centres so that they can witness the grand event in Lucknow on Friday. Goa's Chief Minister-designate and BJP leader Dr. Pramod Sawant and his cabinet ministers will be administered oath on the 28th of March. The swearing-in ceremony would take place at 11 a.m. at Dr. Shyama Prasad Stadium near Bamboli. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, State Chief Ministers and other senior BJP leaders will be attending the ceremony.
The budget session of the Delhi Assembly will begin tomorrow. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal will address the House on the first day tomorrow. During the 7-day session, which will continue till the 29th of this month, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who also holds the finance portfolio, will present the budget. The Bharatiya Janata Party has criticized the Trinamool Congress over the violence erupted after the deaths of TMC leader in Birbhum district of West Bengal. The party has demanded a fair investigation and trial in this matter. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi today, party spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia said several houses were set on fire and people were brutally murdered. He said 10 people were killed in this incident, including children and women. He said most of the crimes in Bengal are committed by those who have political patronage from the ruling Trinamool Congress. Alleging the deteriorating condition of law and order in West Bengal, Mr. Bhatia asked the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee,
कानून व्यवस्था की जिम्मेदारी ममता जी किसकी है? क्या पश्चिम बंगाल में इंसान की जान की कोई कीमत नहीं है? ऐसा क्यों होता है कि वहां पे बम फेंकना इंसानों पे आम बात हो गई है, जैसे कोई खिलौना हो? दुखद ये है कि जो लोग ये कृत्य करते हैं उनको सजा मिलना तो दूर की बात है, एक संदेश दिया जाता है आम जनता को कि ये टीएमसी के ही हैं, इनसे डर के रहना.
Party MP Lokit Chatterjee alleged that around 100 BJP workers were killed by the Trinamool Congress in the violence erupted after the assembly elections result.
President Ramnath Kovind will pay a state visit to Turkmenistan from the 1st to the 4th of next month at the invitation of the President of Turkmenistan. The visit to Turkmenistan will be followed by a state visit or President to the Kingdom of Netherlands from the 4th to the 7th of next month at the invitation of King Willem Alexander and Queen Maxima. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett will be on a 3-day visit to India from the 3rd to the 5th of April at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The two leaders had earlier met on the sidelines of COP26 in Glasgow in November last year.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today met Under Secretary of State for Political Affairs of United States, Victoria Nuland. In a tweet, the minister said discussions were held on expanding bilateral cooperation on South Asia, Indo-Pacific and the Ukraine situation. In Tripura, A 3-day international seminar on strengthening cooperation among the neighbouring countries began today. Academicians from different Indian states and neighbouring countries, including Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan, are taking part in the seminar titled as the Development Cooperation between India and Neighbouring Countries, Possibilities and Challenges. With the support of a special assistance program of the University Grants Commission, this seminar is being organized by the Department of Economics of Tripura University in collaboration with the Research and Information System for Developing Countries, New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Biplabi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata tomorrow on Shaheed Divas at 6 p.m. through video conferencing. The gallery displays the contribution of the revolutionaries in the freedom struggle and their armed resistance to British colonial rule.
And now let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Their Excellencies the Viceroy and Marchioness of Linlithgow greet Sir Stafford Cripps on his arrival at New Delhi for consultations with leaders of Indian political parties.
On the 22nd of March 1942, Cripps' mission headed by senior British Minister Sir Stafford Cripps came to India. The British government wanted to secure Indian cooperation and support for their efforts in World War II, and Stafford Cripps worked to keep India loyal to the British war effort in exchange for a promise of elections and dominion status once the war was over.
Cripps discussed the proposals of dominion status, which he had drafted himself, with the Indian leaders and published them.
The Indian National Congress rejected his proposals. No middle ground was found and the mission failed. Congress moved towards the Quit India movement and refused to cooperate in the war effort. In response, the British imprisoned the Congress leadership for the duration of the war.
We are also remembering legendary freedom fighter Masterda Surya Sen, who was born on the 22nd of March 1894 at Chittagong, now in Bangladesh. He is best known for leading the 1930 Chittagong Armory raid.
Surya Sen was above the parochial views prevalent in the society and gave prominent place to women in his revolutionary army. He said,
"Many among my countrymen may be shocked to learn how a woman brought up in the best tradition of Indian womanhood has taken up such a horrible deed as to massacre human lives. I wonder why there should be any distinction between males and females in a fight for the country's freedom. If brothers can feel for their mother country and can fight for her cause, why not the sisters?"
The manifesto of the Indian Republican Army, formed by Masterda, declared its intention to stand against the repression by the British people and their government, which they had followed as a cruel policy to keep the 300 million Indian people subjugated for unlimited time and eradicate the slightest trace of nationalism and national originality amongst them. It said the right of ownership of India and the control of destinies belong to the people of India only, and the long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and the government has not extinguished that right, nor it ever can. After successfully leading the revolutionary movement, Surya Sen was finally caught by the British. He was executed on the 12th of January 1934 in Chittagong District Jail. Surya Sen's dead body was said to be burned in the boiler of a ship. All India Radio salutes the great
Also remember freedom fighter Hanuman Prasad Poddar, who died on the 22nd of March 1971. Born in 1892 in Ratangarh, Rajasthan, Poddar was affectionately known as Bhaiji.
Poddar waged a struggle to boycott foreign goods and foreign clothes and started using khadi and other indigenous goods at a young age. Poddar was arrested for revolutionary activities along with other freedom fighters from Bengal on charges of treason. After completing his jail term, he moved to Mumbai under the inspiration of Jamnalal Bajaj and met nationalists including Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahadev Desai and Krishna Das.
Also the founder of Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Mahatma Gandhi also praised him for his work in instilling pride in India's glorious history and philosophic heritage among people. We salute the great nationalist.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
The Padma Award winners for the year 2022 today visited the National War Memorial, NWM, in New Delhi for the first time. Those who visited NWM include Padma Bhushan winners Devendra Jhajharia and Sachidanand Swami, and Padma Shri winners Sardar Jagjit Singh Dardi, Kaji Singh and Pandit Ramdayal Sharma. Mr. Sharma appreciated the government's efforts to build the War Memorial.
मुझे बहुत गर्व महसूस हो रहा है और मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं प्रधानमंत्री श्री मोदी जी का, जिन्होंने इसका निर्माण करवाया और हमारे वीरों की जो है, क्योंकि पहले तो बहुत पुराने केबल लगे हुए थे और बाद में जो वीर गति को प्राप्त हुए सबका नाम इधर है। कितना सुंदर बनवाया है, बहुत अच्छा बनवाया है। बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Over 181 crore 56 lakh doses of COVID vaccine have been administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said over 30 lakh 58,000 doses were administered yesterday. The recovery rate is currently at 98.74%.
The Sensex and the Nifty today climbed more than 1%. Both stocks jumped in sync with gains in other Asian markets. The BSE Sensex closed near the 58,000 mark, while the NSE Nifty settled above 17,300 level. In Badminton World Federation BWL World Rankings, Lakshya Sen entered the top 10 in men's singles after a runner-up finish in All England Open 2022. Currently, Lakshya Sen is the highest ranked among the Indian men's singles shuttlers at world number 9. The young women's double duo of Teresa Jolly and the Gayatri Gopichand, after a tremendous semi-final run at All England Open, jumped massive 12 spots in the latest WF rankings. The Indian hockey domestic season will commence with the second edition of the Senior Women's Interdepartmental National Championship and the Sub-Junior Men's Academy National Championship. The two tournaments will commence from tomorrow onwards in Delhi.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approves extension of applicability of New Investment Policy NIP 2012 for 3 units of Hindustan Urvarak and Rasayan Limited. Parliamentary panel recommends government to extend subsidy component to a minimum of 4 LPG cylinders per annum to beneficiaries of Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana. Ministry of Civil Aviation and FICCI to jointly organize Asia's largest event on civil aviation, Wings India 2022, from 24th to 27th of this month at Hyderabad. BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami to take oath as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand in Dehradun tomorrow. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett to pay a 3-day visit to India from 3rd of April. Over 181 crore 56 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. And Prime Minister to inaugurate Biplabi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata on Shahid Divas tomorrow. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.